Hey guys, welcome back to Santos Suerte Healing. It's your main bruja Al, and today's video is all about June predictions. This morning in my meditation, I was doing a heart opening meditation and I was clearing out a lot of overstimulated energy that had been stagnant in my heart, and as soon as that happened, messages just started channeling through. And I have it written down, so buckle up, we're gonna be here for a while. All right, for June predictions, I definitely felt a lot of magician energy. It's the second card within the Major Arcana. It talks about having the power to bring what you want into manifestation. You understand that you're a creator. You know that you can create things with your minds, with your thoughts, with your words. You understand that by the power of prayer and intention, you can attract what you want into your life. But with that also being said, sometimes you can use that to your advantage, and so then that's when the lines start to blur, if your intention is still in the middle path or if it's kind of getting like outskirted a little bit. So definitely pay attention to that. I also got a lot of sunflower energy. If you live in a warmer state with warmer climates, sunflowers are definitely appearing, bright yellow big flowers. I'm definitely feeling a lot of people connecting with sunflowers. Maybe you're growing sunflowers or you have a garden, and sunflowers are a really good thing to start growing right now. They bring very powerful radiant energy. In the Herb Crafter Tarot deck, which I use, sunflower is actually for the magician, so definitely kind of having that like bright sun energy. Things are coming into full blossom from seeds that you have planted many moons ago. I'm definitely seeing that these blossoms can either be big for some of us or small for others. So don't overlook things. You know, if you have a good feeling about something and that it's working out, that's because it is. Right now, Spirit is wanting for you guys to not overlook anything and to really see everything as a blessing, even if it's in disguise. I definitely feel like this is a time for people to start connecting with their solar plexus, sacral, and heart chakras. So like these three chakras right here. During quarantine, you might have had just a lot of stagnant energy in these chakras, and so this is a really good time to start adding movement back in. If you have been doing movement, maybe it's time to start switching it up a little bit. Not saying that the movement you were doing isn't no longer working, but maybe it's time to start adding variety into your movement practices. I'm definitely feeling like it's time to open up the hips, a little bit of root chakra work, but to open up the hips, to open up the heart, and to really pay a lot of attention to your stomach. People that don't necessarily like the heat, this is a really good time to start seeing how your relationship with the sun and your gut is. This is where your inner fire is living. You know, it's really about seeing how the transition from spring to summer has an effect on your body and what your relationship is like with that. That is one of the biggest messages that came through, was definitely checking into your relationship with summer and the weather transitioning around you. I also see that some of us are going to be able to start gathering again in small numbers. If you live in a state or in an area that is starting to reopen up their economy, or maybe you have talked to your friends and you and your friends have decided like it's okay if like, you know, 4 of us get together at one of our places and we make dinner, and you know, pretty much it's it's seeing that like you're no longer letting the fear of everything that has happened with COVID 2019 get into your way of socializing. Like, yes, you still can practice social distancing and you can practice safe gatherings. So I definitely see some people practicing that. That for a lot of us, and I definitely can speak this for myself, that for the past 2 or 3 weeks, we have been feeling a lot of transitions, swift transitions, quick shifts that are happening. We had 3 planets go into retrograde at the same time. As soon as we entered Gemini season, you know, air sign, duality, there's a lot of transitions that are happening in our own personal lives as well. Some of us might be going back to work. Some of us might be finding out that we won't go back to work for a while. Right now, a lot of us are starting to find out the answers to the questions that we asked ourselves way back at the very beginning of this. back in March. It's like questions that we had at the very beginning of March. We're finding those answers out now. And so you're able to kind of ground your energy again. And I see that when you're grounding your energy, it's really like, it feels nice because you're actually able to slow down. So I feel that because of those shifts and us not being able to ground our energy, we are finally getting that kind of relief of like, okay, I can start slowing down. It's okay to slow down. I'm hearing to keep tending to the seeds that you planted that are blossoming, but you want to be paying attention to this through your thoughts, through your intentions. That's the biggest thing that's coming through, is thoughts, intentions, and words. You know, what you speak will actually come into reality. What you think will become a belief. What you believe will become an action. There's a chain reaction to all this, and Spirit is really wanting, you know, for you to pay attention and to see, is this going to help you to your highest good, or do you still need a little bit of work? And it's not a problem if you need a little bit of work. We always need to kind of come back into that settling moment of like, okay, what is my intention with this? I mean, I had to do that this morning. Nothing wrong with coming back to checking into your intention. That is a part of checking into yourself. And that's very important, especially during retrogrades. So on June 5th, in the full moon in Sagittarius, I definitely see that people are going to be very focused on working towards your goal. Like, you have a goal that's written out. This is also a halfway checkpoint in the year. It's the 6th month of the year. We have 6 months until the year's over, and then we're in 2021. This year is flying by very quick, guys. And so this is a really good time for you to stop. This is why we're having that energy of like, we're able to slow down, because we're needing to check and see what it is that we're accomplishing, what it is that we still want to manifest, and what we want to work on. So it's kind of, again, coming back and working with intention, working with your thoughts, what it is that you're wanting to bring out of this year. 2020 has thrown a lot of curveballs at us, but this is all, it's not in vain. You know, I don't want to say it's for the better. I don't want to say it's for the worst. I'm just going to say it's not in vain. Like, the curveballs that we have been thrown has been an ultimate test to us as a collective, as a society, of how we can manage adversity on a communal scale within our own individual cities, and then also on a societal scale as a country. Yeah, lots of reflection is needed in this full moon, but it brings optimism to know that that things are working out in your favor, even if you have lost a couple of battles along the way in 2020 to this point right now. This might show difficulties in relationships with family, what needs to be worked on, what can be fixed. I see gut health, liver health being a very important area to pay attention to. So definitely when you're hungry, or when you're wanting to know if you're meal planning, it might be good to do a meditation and ask your belly what food it wants. And when I say ask your belly, this is not just where you think with your mind of what you want, but you truly tune in and you see what it is that your stomach is craving and offer it that. Your stomach knows what it wants. It's just a matter of fact if you want to listen to it or not. You know, yeah, keep hip joints open, stretching the hips, sacral center, root chakras open. It's going to be feeling very stimulated. On the 20th, we move into Cancer season, water energy, which is ruled by the moon. And then the following day, on the 21st, we have a new moon in Cancer as well. You know, for some of you, if you've been feeling a little anxious about, stability at home, this new moon is definitely going to bring in some relief for that. This is going to be a really good time for gardens to start taking off. If you've been thinking about starting a garden, I'm hearing Spirit say, yes, this is definitely a time to start reconnecting back with the earth. Please pay attention to the weather in your area. Pay attention to the hardiness zone that you live in. Start paying attention to what last year's temperatures were and compare them to what you're seeing right now. I'm hearing that if you want to start a garden, you can definitely do it, but to please go into it with proper planning. It's like you're being able to bring forth life, but with that being said, you also want to make sure that you're offering it the best life that it can have. I'm hearing collect rainwater if you do have a garden. If you're also a medicine worker, rainwater is something that would be very beneficial for your medicine during this time, helping people really connect with that Cancer energy. Emotional roller coasters might come, don't come at me. This is just a message that it came through. Some of us might be experiencing emotional roller coasters, but it's happening because this is a lesson for us on how to forgive and forget. Now, when I mean forgive and forget, it's not just like, okay, whatever, you're bypassing it. It's like, no, you are actually processing it. You're understanding how you're feeling, and then you're letting it go, and you're moving past it. You're moving on from it. This is a really good time for you to start looking back. Again, reflection. Like, reflection is a really big theme for the month of June. This is a really good time for you to start reflecting on what it is from the past that you're still holding on to, that is still causing you pain in this lifetime. You have to own up to a responsibility that you've been holding on to it, and you're the only person that can let it go. You, again, don't come at me. That's just the message that I got. Yeah, it's time. Like, it's time to move on. This is a really good opportunity for you to write out everything that you're wanting to let go. You could place it underneath a glass of water, since the new moon's going to be in Cancer. It's a lot of water energy. You can connect with the natural body of water. I got the message that if you're able to, take a night swim and talk about what it is that you're wanting to release as you're pouring water over you. You can take an herbal bath with jasmine and chamomile. That was a message that came through if you're not able to connect to a natural body of water. Both of these herbs are connected to the element of water, and they bring very sweet, loving, calm energy, and that's exactly what we're needing, because again, some of us might be experiencing emotional roller coasters. Cancer is all about the sign of feeling. They feel things. Also pay attention to your lymph system, your womb and ovaries, but also your breastbone as well. So this new moon would be a really good time for you to do a bit steam if you haven't done one in a while, to do an herbal bath if you haven't done one in a while, or to give your body a full body lymph massage. I will have a video that shows a demonstration in the description box below. I'm also hearing abdominal massages are really good for this time. Yeah, touch is going to be really important for this new moon. So maybe if you live at home, maybe this would be a really good time to exchange like sensual touches between you and your partner, or even this would be a really good time to start implementing a self-love ritual. I am using Herb Crafter's Tarot, and we're going to go ahead and shuffle once for the reset. Divine source of creation, thank you. Yeah, what did I say? Some of us are going to be able to gather soon. I've been pulling this card a lot recently. Three of Cups, Lemon Balm, again, heart chakra. Lemon Balm is a very gentle heart opener. It is also safe for children to help with soothing the nervous system, with helping the gut, opening the heart up. So definitely have that confirmation that some of us are going to be able to gather pretty soon. This is more so of like you're going to start feeling comfortable inviting friends over. You might start, having dinners at your house. It's very quaint and very close connection. That's what I'm seeing. What else is going to be happening in the month of June that we can be on the lookout for? What are some things that we are needing to know for the month of June? Okay. Six of Earth, Pine. Wow. Yeah, so I'm definitely feeling with this Six of Pentacles energy, intentions, prayers, because if you can kind of see on this card how they are wrapping pine and pine cones with red thread around pieces of paper. They're writing down their prayers. They're writing down intentions, things that they want, not just for themselves, but for their community as well. And they're burning this, and they're offering this smoke to Creator, to Source. Pine is a very ancestral tree. Not only is its bark can be for survival food, when offering pine smoke, it connects you to higher dimensions. It's a way for you to connect to your archangels, to your ascended masters, even to divine source. As the Six of Pentacles energy is telling me, that maybe this is a good time if you've been just asking how you're going to be able to fit into your community, what's your role in the bigger picture in life. June's going to be a really good month to start reflecting on that. What other messages does Spirit have for the general collective? Okay. Three of Fire. What I see with the Three of Fire is that a lot of us, again, we are focused on a goal. Like there is a purpose in life for us, and we're on that path of finding it, we don't necessarily fully understand what it is, but we're just excited to be receiving the signs and to be walking down this journey and learning. And so that's what I'm seeing with this 3 of Fire energy. It's like, yes, you're going to be continuously working towards that goal because you know this is going to lead you to where you need to be in life, and you're not really second guessing it. You're trusting spirit and you're trusting your intuition in this moment. So again, listening to your intuition. Calendula is a very, very beneficial herb, not only for womb health, for gut health, but it's also very gentle on the skin. You could infuse an oil with calendula and you could do an abdominal massage with that. You could be putting this into your bit steams. You could even add this to that herbal bath I was talking about earlier. This might be really good to work with during the full moon in Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is a fire sign as well. You're feeling confident in yourself, and that's lovely. So with our back of the deck energy, what we have is 5 of Cups, Golden Seal. For disclaimer, I like to read back of the deck energy of what is happening currently in your present moment. And so for the 5 of Cups, what I'm seeing is that for some of us, we might be experiencing a loss at the moment. We might be receiving news that we necessarily didn't want, or it came in the way that we weren't expecting it. And so it's kind of throwing us off. We're feeling this sense of loss. It's this sense of like needing to release. So again, kind of going back into what the prediction said earlier, this is a really good time to start learning on how to let go and how to feel what you're needing to feel and moving through this, because Golden Seal is very healing medicine, but its loss of habitat has made it very hard to come by in nature, in the wild. So you can see in this card how they have this fence around it so that way it can only grow in here. And it kind of seems like right now that's what you might be feeling. You might be feeling fenced into something and you're just wanting to grow abundantly, but you don't really see yourself being able to grow abundantly outside of this protective force, but you feel caged, you feel trapped in. So this is a really good time for you to start focusing on how you can, rather than trying to expand, to ascend. That's just a message that came through. You know, rather than trying to focus on expanding, it is time for you to start ascending emotionally. This is a really potent time for you to pay attention to your emotional state, to be journaling this down, to be recording this down, whatever suits you. All that you're feeling is not meant to be in vain, and that you need to pay attention to what it is you're feeling, because this is going to help you with getting to where you want to be. So part of your journey right now is to be feeling what you're needing to feel, and record it as such, whatever you feel comfortable with. All right, guys, well, that's all I have for June predictions. I hope that you like and enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section down below what you would want to see into the future and if any of these messages resonated with you. All right, I'll see you next time, guys.